beginnings of Jaco, a newly established town far away from the war-torn land caused by the Cabal Wars, to which reason has been lost to politics, money, and arrogance. We left all that for a new purpose, needs, and opportunity, but old wounds need tending to start a new life.
Hey, I'm Randolph, and I play the clanless dwarf that was raised in a monastery and trained as a monk. Alady, the wandering smith, traversing the world to learn various crafts so that one day, I would forge the ultimate equipment.
Hi, I'm Micheal and I play Julio Ernesto, a human artificer fresh out of the Cabal Wars. I'm always on the lookout for new artifacts and magical items to research for the Artificer's Guild.
Hello, I'm Bia and I play Lada. Lada is a teenage Tiefling rogue out here to seek my fortune in the big world. I'm here to kick butt, steal purses, and to have a lot of fun.
Hi, I'm Mikee and I play Loiswyn Gumble, the half-elf wizard. I'm small on health but big on damage, so please don't kill me.
Hi, I'm Kristo, and I play Yistir Aliroth. I'm a Dragonborn Cleric, bred from the cold claws of war. Tanking hits ain't fun, but if it gets me closer to who I'm looking for, then I'll take on anything that gets in my way.
Known village called Jimsek from the Hallowed Giant, saving them the trouble of being annihilated from the gruesome creature. Now, they have been generously rewarded by the chief of the village. Vice, now they have lots of resources, gold, magical items, and a place to stay. Now the party have been staying at the place for almost a week now. Julio is now hoarding all kinds of knowledge, tomes, and buried himself in deep research. Right now, Creamy is attending to Julio, while the rest of the party are just hanging out.
So we long rest, right?
Yep, everybody has been long rest.
Yes.
If we've been here a week, can I say I already read my book?
And they got my tattoo.
Yeah, can we say that we already have our items?
Well, with the proper items given to you, rewarded, Lada has been given to this special tome where she learns some kind of enhanced movement, while Loiswyn is being gifted by some kind of runic symbol grafted into her body, and Yistir has been awarded some kind of frost-coated blade.
Nice.
Okay, so we have that now. Okay.
Got it.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Okay, for the past days, they see people come and go, some traveling, and then of course a dwarf named Alady has been in the tavern just chilling around and wandering the dwarf, looking for work in the tavern itself. So right now the party itself is outside the House of Vice. So you're just going through the motion. You see, you're just being all entertained by the bustling noise of the place itself, and of course, being all three of you are the heroes of the town. You're really privileged to be with no work for now.
Nice. Is our house in the map on the map?
Yes, your house is located around here.
Where?
Here.
Oh.
The different colored one.
Different
That's
colored
cute.
one.
That's
It's not the golden crusted gilded house, but it's a lot.
It's a house.
place.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you guys do?
What do I see in the tavern?
Right now you see gnomes just drinking with their fungus brewed beer, and then you hear gossip around about like some kind of some wariness. All you hear is from the conversation of people is like the beacons are lit.
What was that? Come again, come again.
The beacons are lit.
Oh, the beacons. Okay, I approach the bartender or who's ever manning the counter.
Okay.
I ask. So, is there a smithy in your town? In this here town?
Okay, as you see, someone turned to you, and of course, it's the her name. It's the daughter of Pipes, and she's a very burly girl, and she's like looking at you with a stern look, and she's like, "You need a smithy? Go check with Flynn."
Hmm. I see. Is there any other work to be done here in this town?
She looks around, it's like, "Hi, ever since the heroes over there at my mom's place, there's not much work around here. Just trade, only trade."
I see. Well, thank you for the Thank you for the information. I'm just gonna head over to that smith.
Okay. And she said, like, before you go, you should also check Beck. He's a gemsmith.
Sure, sure. I assure it. Sure, sure, sure.
Keep yourself out of trouble then.
You expect no trouble from me. So I
Okay.
go out the tavern. Head to the smith.
Okay, I think you already know where the smith is. It is.
Can you highlight it for me? Sum up. Where's the smithy?
The smithy was around here.
Oh, that's far back. Okay.
Here.
Mhm. So okay, I head for the smithy. So Mech runs the smithy, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I go ahead and introduce myself to Mech.
Mech is around here.
Oh, he's there. Wait. So he's with the heroes, right? Are you gonna drag me? Are you gonna drag my icon, alright?
You can drag your icon.
Okay. So did they tell me that Mech was in this house, like here? Here. Is it now?
You do know the address of Flynn and Mech. The closest to one right to you is Flynn, so it's much more logical to go to Flynn the nearest.
See, Flynn was the blacksmith in town, right?
Flynn is the
Jeweler.
tinkerer. He's
Tinker.
like the tinkerer and the artificer. So
I see.
it's more into
No,
murder.
I make my way to Mech first.
Okay.
So Mech.
And then-
Okay, so now I approach the house where Mech is.
Okay, Mech's place is around here.
Okay.
You can see the glowing one.
Okay.
The top
Okay.
right.
Okay. So do I see the so-called heroes as I pass by through the under the bridge?
You do see people who do not look like gnomes standing outside of the chieftain's house as you pass by.
Ah, I see.
So now you're at Mech, and all you hear as you approach to the shop itself is like the banging hammers, and then colliding with the with metals and ores, and then the heat of the furnace is blazing through the small gnome.
Hmm. I knock. I knock on the front. I knock on the door, whatever, of the workshop. Knock, knock, knock. Is there a
Uh,
doorway to the workshop, or is it an open workshop?
it's an open workshop, but you just still knock just for courtesy.
Yeah, yeah. I just knock. It's if there's a door, I knock. If there's no, I just yell out, knock, knock.
Um, you see the gnome just too focused on her work, so it seems she ignored your knocking, or she didn't even hear it. She just keeps banging away with her tools.
I say in a slightly loud voice, is there any gnome by the name of Mech here?
He still doesn't hear you.
I take a peek on what he's working on. Do I need to roll for it or not?
Roll perception.
Okay. Hang on. Perception. Wait. Where's the perception rolling? Passive wit. Here, passive. Wait.
There's
D20
two.
lang, right? D20 lang.
D20. You can just click perception or passive perception.
Where is it located? Man, I'm such a... no. Perception is here. I rolled a... 13. I rolled a 13. 1-3.
Still not loading, but okay. You see one Meg is just she's just like carving and then using like a hammer and a chisel. She's like carving runes into a stone. Okay,
Wait,
so
wait. Before that, I have a question. How do I roll? So that you can see my rolls?
it usually gives like an automatic. So, but here, Mara, just click the number right next to perception, and just automatically rolls like I did.
Yeah. Wait.
Can you see my roll on the log?
Oh yeah, I see. Okay, it's just loading a bit. Okay.
It's a good roll. Okay, so for now, while you're busy looking at moves, let's go back to the other party. Gumble, Lada, and Kristo. You're now outside of the chief's house, and you do realize that Kinem and Feist are deeply troubled. You're just at the they're just outside the porch, like a relaxing farmer style. You got some like twig in your mouths, and there's just like hands in your pockets, leaning on the wall. And just like let the day pass by, but you do notice they are distraught.
Ask him, hey, we just killed a really big, scary giant for you. Why do you guys still look real stressed?
It seemed that Murag, with their minds on a different topic, they didn't catch any of what you just said. So, okay, Lada and Yistir, where you guys are you right next to Gumble?
Yep.
Yes.
Lada's trying to teach Thistle how to fetch. Not really working well, but she's trying.
Yistir is kind of just looking around, He's quite close to Gumble because he's somewhat interested in the topic, but at the moment he's just waiting.
Mm. They don't look like they want to talk. Let's go check out those giant aphids.
Why?
They look
gross
cool.
looking.
I want to check out the giant aphids.
You want to go explore? Okay, Lada, roll for charisma. Charisma check to hear any gossips while you're walking towards the market.
I am incredibly charismatic. I have a +2. Okay.
So you guys, all three of you, are just tagging along to the aphids.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 16.
Nice.
Okay, 16, correct?
16, yeah.
As you guys are walking towards the market, you see giant aphids or like herding into a corral towards the marketplace. You see children running around playing with like miniature size bugs, like kind of like a dog. Of course, you see like gems sparkling through the marketplace. It's some kind of fungus, food fungus being cultivated there. And then all you hear are gossips of people. They're talking about some kind of representative is coming towards the town, and they don't seem to be happy about it.
I'm gonna go to Winnie and Yistir and go, hey. So I heard some stuff, and according to some of the gnomes, some representative is coming to town, and they don't really sound happy about it.
Representative.
Do you think it's martial art?
Ooh.
She just couldn't bear us going away.
I wouldn't like her to come here either.
Would be quite stressful, wouldn't it?
Anyway, runs to the giant aphid.
No,
You
that is
see,
behind Yistir.
you see a giant herd of aphids, and then you see a gnome like trying to like milk the aphids.
Ooh.
Just hiding behind Yistir and going,
If it runs at me, I'm throwing you at it.
I don't think we have to worry about that. I mean, they do have like, what do you call it? They do have someone to watch over them, right?
Yeah, the gnome.
Still.
I asked the gnome, so what do you get from these things?
You see like the gnome, or like he's the one who handles the herd, and he's like, "What? Well, we took their juice and we drank those juice."
What does it taste like?
He just like he grabs like like some kind of water underneath the aphid, and he hands it towards you.
Oh! Fresh! You guys wanna try it with me?
No, I'm good.
Not, yeah, I just ate, you know? I'm full.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Does it look like milk though?
Like this blue milk came out. It's got that very thick consistency to it.
I sniff it. And then I use a finger first. I like eating icing.
It's like a mixture of bark and mint.
Interesting taste.
Okay, and then we're with that, as for you guys are just reveling in the busy marketplace. Let's go back to Alady.
All right. So
Okay,
while that was going on, since Mech isn't really paying attention to me, he seemed so focused with his work. I once again examine the his products around the shop. So blades, armors.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll again for perception, right?
You don't need to. Just what's your passive perception?
My passive perception
It's
is
11.
yeah, it's 11.
Okay. What are you looking for technically? Weapons, armors?
Both.
Okay.
I'm trying to like make out a certain technique that he's employing.
All right now. You are not familiar with techniques because she's trying to chisel some kind of markings through the gems, and gems those have a particular sense of imbuing their weapons, armors with ornaments, gems, gemstones, and they have this type of craftsmanship towards it, which is different from the dwarves, which is very blunt metal. Still good, but to the nose, they like to add a little bit of sting towards it.
I see.
Okay, so right now you see like breastplate, chainmail, chain shirt, half plate hide, all kinds of manner of armor in the shop.
Does my character have the ability to like sense magic or something?
Um,
Magical energies or not?
Let me see. You don't have a sense of abilities, but you do have reflexes. Okay. That only can help you in combat, but not in a way or other utilities that can help you.
I see. So I think by that I'll just walk away na lang muna. I'll go over to Flynn's. I'm gonna head over to Flynn's.
Okay. As you walk past, you notice the people who are the not gnomes that you passed by to the mayor's place are no longer there. So you went
Strange.
back. You went back to the tavern, and right next to the tavern is Flynn's house. And you see inside the house of Flynn is a person who's not a gnome, but who's buried in books. And you see like a mushroom just trying to serve him some food and tea.
Fascinating, I tell to myself. I knock on the door. Knock.
It's being opened and you being introduced. Flynn opened the door and he said, "Oh, welcome, kind sir. How can I help you?" He welcomes you to the shop.
Might you be Flynn?
I was like, "Oh, yes, I am Flynn. What can I help you with today?"
I was wondering if are you by any chance taking apprentices? I heard you're the town jeweler.
I was like, "Indeed, I am, but as you can see, I'm already preoccupied with the person who has first inquired my skill sets. I am a bit busy right now. But you can stay with me, maybe hang out with him, talk to him. Maybe he can help you."
I see. So I'm not really particular into the jewelry smithing. I'm a blacksmith myself. So
Ah,
I've been to mech shop, but he seems to be preoccupied or rather focused with his current work. So here I am. I did notice that you gnomes tend to adorn your uh, your your products, let's say, or your finished work with gems. So I had this idea that I might learn a thing or two about it with you.
I was like, he tries to look around. I was like, indeed, it is very peculiar for a dwarf to mimic our craftsmanship, but it
I
is a
meant no,
welcome. It's just very welcome indeed.
I meant no
Yeah,
offense by it, of course. I seek to master every craft that the world has to offer, especially in forging equipment and stuff.
indeed, a student of life. Come, sit down. Sit down right next to Julio. His name is Julio. And as you look to Julio, Merg, like he's just Merg. His face is like buried deep
Mm.
into the books. It seems
Mm.
that he is sleeping.
uh, I try not to wake him up, though I asked Flynn. Master Flynn, might I see a sample of your work?
Indeed, indeed. Here.
Mm.
He tries to give you like a potted plant, a cactus, and he puts the cactus on a table. Here, adore my craftsmanship. And you see like a cactus with doodly eyes.
Oh god, it's the guy who made the cactus.
Let's go!
And you see
Uh,
him taken aback about it. Like, like
I
do
mean,
not worry, do not worry. It's not the cactus, but the pot. Look at the pot.
Okay, I closely examined the pot.
And you see the markings, the finesse of the brushing of the runes that's been carved into the pot itself. Like a very
Yeah.
meticulous way of work. And he
I
explains
asked.
how every angle has been crafted precisely, and every stroke has some kind of meaning towards it.
Mm. See, this is amazing. As you know, we dwarves often like engraves runes in our craftsmanship. But I think I can learn a thing or two about this. Interesting.
Nice.
Does I ask Master Flynn? Does these patterns have like a special effect on these spots?
It's like, now you're asking the real questions now. What you see is something like embedded in some kind of magical trace. That needs a little bit more explanation. And he starts to talk about, he rants about like magical formulas and then materials that you need. And then as it starts to wind down, you start to uh, have a vague idea about it. But the process itself takes a lot of
Practice.
time, information, and then resources. And then you
Nice.
kind of feel a little bit of hungry, and then suddenly someone is tapping at your leg.
I look to see what it is or
You
who
see
it is.
a tiny mushroom giving you like some kind of like a tea. Or like he's
Aw.
like holding a tray and he's like trying to serve you some meat pie and a hot tea.
So okay. I thank the mushroom. Thank you, little one. And thank you also, Master Flynn, for the hospitality. So I grab the tea and smell it. What does it smell like?
Um, smells like some kind of aromatic spices. Of course, the tea itself has been it's not grown here, but it's like an export that they have traded outside of their town. can smell a little bit of maraga, dried leaves, smell a bit of strong spice, and a little hint of honey.
Mm. So I drink the tea and ask Flynn, how long have you been growing this mushroom, not mushroom, the cactus?
I was like, oh, I don't take care of that cactus. My friend put it there. I was like, it's just that I made the pot, so he doesn't mind.
Oh, I see. I see. And might I ask, what are these? What are these helpers of yours exactly?
He looks around. It's like, oh, that's not one of mine. Like it seems it belongs to that fellow right next to you. You see, like Julio, like slumping and snoring.
I see.
Oh,
A handy, a handy skill, if you ask me, or whatever it's called. So, I think, Master Flynn, I think you'll be seeing a lot of me around your shop. Uh, but might I ask, how do I get the townsmith's attention, or is it a bad time right now?
I was like, oh, I believe you're talking about Mac. Yes, she's a very, how do you say, a very too focused. But she is indeed trouble today because it seems that your presence here, you, you presence here right now, it's bad timing because she is going through, unsavory visitors are going to visit at our place, that town right now.
Ah, I see, I see. Well, I only do wish to help. In exchange, of course, for the knowledge. As I told you already, I am in a quest to master the craftsmanship of all that's offered in the world.
He looks around and he looks at you face to in your face, and he looks you up and down. I was like, it seems that you might have a value. You should go visit to the town, to the chieftain here.
I see. I've heard rumors in the tavern about something about the beacons. Was it? Merit.
Ah, I guess it's not a surprise because it's the only gossip here in town. Yes, the beacons are lit.
What does that
As
entail?
it
If you,
entails that our neighbors are going to visit us. We're going to have a revisiting the pact negotiations, and they're the most unsavory of neighbors. And like he looks to you, is like, no offense, but they're distant cousins of yours, the Jugars.
Ah, no worries. I've seen my fair shares of those of my fellow brethren. But I digress. I'm not as you can see, I'm not like any of my brethren.
But they're not the only ones. Even the draws are coming. So
I see.
I think you might help the chief. I think you should go now and talk to them.
I see. So, thank you, Master Flynn. I'm just gonna leave. I'll be back. I might be back. Like I said, you'll be seeing more of me to study your ways, if you don't mind. But yeah, I think I'll head over to the chief's house for the meantime. See what I can do.
Thank you. My doors are always open to you.
Thank you, Master Flynn. I do appreciate the hospitality. Then I bow and then leave.
Let's go back to the other group. Okay, as Alady is like traveling towards the chieftain's place. You guys are now in like knee deep in the marketplace itself. You hear the clanging of the metal pipes banging through the wind, and then of course the crystals being like picked up and fallen into the box itself. Roasted mushrooms on a spit.
Yum.
Creamy now.
So, no, don't worry. It's not.
Yeah, we know
What
it's
I
not.
meant,
Oh,
a pit, a
it's
fire
not
pit, not a
moonshine.
spit.
Okay.
Fire pit. Okay.
While I'm sipping on the aphid juice, I asked the aphid farmer, like, so, what are these representatives that are coming to town?
Seems a bit embarrassed when you ask about it. It's like, oh, it's not my place to say, but they are. He tries to not look at your ears.
What's with my ears?
I was like, oh,
okay.
nothing with your ears.
Something with my face?
No, it's just that you see, the representatives or the draw. You know,
Oh.
we're not. It's like they might be our neighbors, but they have a tendency to do things that's not very, what you say, good.
Yeah, I know they aren't very friendly. And I'm only half elf, so it's okay.
Like, he just like tries to look it up and down. It's like a half elf.
Yeah, my mom's a human.
Oh, your father must be
Out there
Wow.
somewhere.
he tries to pat your back, but he can't reach it.
Oh, I awkwardly bend down a bit so he can pat it.
So it's okay. It's okay. You'll find it
Find him.
someday.
Yeah.
Okay, with that, Yistir is just like eating some grilled mushrooms and drinking drinking some like nasty liquid from the aphids.
That's
Not
the
as
mushroom.
nasty as you think.
Okay, so now that you were like have like a gathered information, it seems that the representative they're talking about is a draw elk and a jugar.
Didn't they try to eat us before?
They tried to murder you guys back when you're trying to.
Yeah.
You know what? I suddenly really miss Jaco. Right, guys?
Yeah.
But
Should probably like.
we should. But I really like our home.
I like to live though.
I mean, it's one day, right? You know, with the whole representatives and whatnot. If we survive this day, we can survive tomorrow. So
We could always buy a house. We're like freaking rich right now.
yeah, but
I like this one.
do you think Julio's gonna mind?
You can bring him. Or you could like leave a note. He really likes it here.
We could knock him out.
Drag his body along. That's also a really good option.
We could get Dave to carry him.
We could put him in Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. See, now that's a use for Dave. I like that.
Yeah. Go get Julio.
I don't want to disturb him. Last I heard, he was asleep. You know how he is when he's cranky. So, nap time it is.
We need to go though. Unless they need help with their representatives. I mean, we could probably take them.
We could totally take them.
Probably.
Yeah.
We won't have a misfire if Julio is not here. Not to doubt his accuracy or anything.
No, no, of course not. Of course
Yeah,
not.
like, but you know,
Yeah.
if ever we won't get shot.
Yeah.
Let's go ask the chief if she needs help with their representatives.
True.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. We go to the chief.
Okay, so you finish your meals. You went back to the chieftain's place, and then you see Kinam is outside, and he's talking to Alady. And then Kinam saw you, was like, "Ah, where have you been? I've been looking for you."
It juice.
Like, what?
It
Yeah.
juice.
Oh.
I was like, never mind that. We might need a little bit of your, what you say, charismatic weight. Since you're an elf, and then he sees Alady as like, this fine gentleman. He looks at Alady as like, who might be against us, like?
My name is Alady. Or
What?
Alady. I think Alady.
Okay, Alady, I was like, these are the folks who helped us. It might be good that you can help us both with this troubling times. Since you're a dwarf, one of their members an elf, maybe we can find a way to middle ground with both of these
Half
not
elf.
very charismatic neighbors of ours.
I turn towards the party and I greet them. I bow down. Greetings, fellow adventurer. Greetings,
Hey.
fellow.
Hello.
You're a weird looking gnome.
You are a very
Yistir.
hairy looking gnome.
That's
I am
rude.
I am not a gnome.
Oh.
Sorry, there have only been gnomes here.
I figured that out. So yeah. My name is Alady. I'm a wandering smith. So I happen to be in town and here I am. Apparently the town is running into trouble, so I did come over here to offer my help to the chief.
What a nice
But
guy.
fair warning though, my relationship with my brethren is a bit of a strain. I'm not your typical dwarf.
Okay, so as you guys are like talking, Kinam's like, okay. Since we finished the introductions, now the reason for a request is, well, you see, since you're a dwarf and you're a part elf, you might help with us talking them down.
What do they want from you guys?
Well, we did have a pact, in a way, a non-aggression pact. Now, Vice came up like what Kinam said is true. It's like she came out like bursting throughout her house. I was like, as we were like listening, and she's like grabbing paperwork. Just like what Kinam said is true. These are not your ordinary draws and Drugars. These are representatives of their quote-unquote towns. So she hands you like a paper. She says like, this person, Liante, is a draw elf. He will be coming over here representing the Weaver House. And then she shoved another paper and showed you guys. And this fellow charmer here is Drold Skega. And he's a representative of the clan Voice. So basically,
Go
GM,
ahead.
do I have? Am I familiar with the?
roll history check.
Okay, history check, history check. Come on, RNG gods. 14.
14. Okay. Now, it's enough, but your you have a vague memory of that name of that clan, and then you remember that Clan Boris is a clan of necromancers.
Yeah. So
They use
Sounds like nice people.
Sounds
So I,
absolutely
ano,
lovely.
so I mutter. Chief, I think we're gonna have a bit of a problem dealing with my fellow brethren with this one.
the chief's like she says like you have no idea. It's like she's scratching her head and she's like trying to like scroll through paperwork. Just like Clan Boris is a very odd even for a dwarven clan. It's like they use necromancy for their industry.
Necromancy.
Like they have a very strange traditions when it comes to the dead. They believe that the grave is a highly what can you say is eternal servitude to the clan. Even if you die, they will still use your body for the benefits for the clan.
They
Nice.
have, they have piqued my inner craftsman, but I digress. I'll see what I can do about dealing with my fellow brethren. But like I said, it might be a challenge, and I'm not the most talkative person. So I'll see what I can.
I do have a question. What
Can
will
I
me
like
and Lada do?
I was like, you two make sure nothing ever escalates the violence between two parties.
Oh,
You guys are
that's
the
easy.
muscle.
Really intimidating, says the
Your
short.
bodyguard.
Really intimidating, says the short, 5 foot tall tiefling who looks like a teenager.
I'm not very sure the Drows would take a half elf who is half human and half. Well, I don't know what type of elf my dad is, but I am not exactly their favorite person either.
I was
I can always see him coming.
Kinam looks at you as like, you're the only closest thing of a kin to them than the rest of us.
Well, at least I have Yistir and Lada. They're the best muscle in town.
Now they start talking about the Weaver House, Liante, and they're a house that provide very stunning silk. They provide clothes, and of course, trained spiders.
Spiders?
So they have a very weird tradition when it comes to spiders, because they believe that spiders are holy creatures from their goddess.
That's neat. Right, guys?
It's like and they say their favorite pastime is to use slaves to feed to their pet spiders.
Okay,
Oh,
but
these seem like your people, Winnie.
these are spiders, right? Not hand
I'm
spider
more interested
things.
in their silk.
It's like Ice looks up the documents like, well, they like to train spiders, but here's the thing. We don't know what kind of spiders they train and breed.
Oh,
That's
great.
gonna be troublesome.
I hear that there's a lot of variety, even for a trained colony of highly infatuated with spiders.
Can I make like a roll to try and remember in my travels what generally repels spiders?
Okay.
I think it's part of survival. It's I think survival role
Okay.
or not, or
You
history.
can roll.
What ano?
Roll history from your travels.
Okay. RNG gods be good.
I love spiders. Love them. They're so
21.
great.
18 plus 3,
Nice.
that's 21. Hmm.
Okay, 21. Here's the thing. Um, there's some kind of odd repellent. Is that you can make spiders get drunk by making them drink coffee.
Coffee?
Coffee.
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 Never had coffee.
But-
That's a very rich thing to do.
But the seeds alone won't do anything, right?
No, it doesn't give them any poison, but it does stun them.
I see. So I asked the chief, do you happen to have coffee beans?
Like, she looks around, is like, do we still have the stocks for coffee beans? I was like, no, we don't have coffee beans, but we do have coffee leaves.
I try to remember again if leaves are as effective as coffee beans.
You remember the tea leaves that you drank at Flint's house?
I remember in my travels, I did encounter a few spider too. They did seem to be averse to these tea leaves. It might be a long shot, but it's worth a try. In case things go south, I'll see if I can do something about the spiders.
Okay, with that, as you guys are now preparing, suddenly you hear the horns from the gate. Brr.
And I don't
Oh boy.
have time to prepare. God damn it.
You can do this, Loiswyn. You can do this.
We can still run if we really need to, because I don't think I can go up
You
against
hear
the spider.
the horns from the gate, and then you hear you hear heavy footsteps. A gnome is running towards the chief and yelling, "Chief, chief, they're here, they're here." I think I'm gonna roll.
GM, is the chief gonna greet them or not?
She's gonna greet them, but they're gonna be escorted towards her place.
I see. So I remain by the chief's side, and I tell them, I think it's much better if I were here. But I do tell him, those tea. Do you also serve that tea that Master Flynn gave me? If you're familiar with it.
Like, it's at the back of the pantry.
Could
They
you-
don't have coffee beans, but they do have the coffee beans that they serve.
I see. Could you prepare a few cups of those in the side? Just don't bring it to our guests. I'll tell you.
She snaps her fingers, and then there's like this gnome like came out, and she kind of gave the order. And then, so
just
what?
in case things go south, it's kind of like a spider repellent or some sorts. Gets them drunk. Don't know what the leaves though, so it's kind of a long shot. If you had beans, it would be a much better chance, but only in case we don't want to anger our visitors. Just have them prepared. Don't let them drink that though. Oh wait, sorry. You may serve them to the visitors, but just beware of the spiders. If things go south, of course. Just have them handy. Is all I'm saying. So I'm just gonna stand in guard by. I'm just gonna stand in guard by the chief's house or whatever.
With that,
Can Lada approach Yistir? And I'm gonna go, okay, Steve. Now, I understand that we are supposed to be the bodyguards, and even though I'm super intimidating, and it would definitely be less intimidating without me. I think it would be better if I were to go on the roof or somewhere to hide in case they attack. You know?
Yeah, okay.
Hi.
Just, don't chicken out.
No, of course not. This is totally for practical reasons. Yeah,
Trust
I'll
Laddie.
I'll be right there with my bow. Don't you worry about it.
Just don't look like you're going to, assassinate the representatives.
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm going to be real sneaky. You won't even hear me.
Okay, roll stealth check and pick
Yeah.
place where you're gonna stand.
So Lada is basically she is gonna walk up the side of the building using her spider shoes, spider slippers, and then she's gonna go in between here, in between the roof and the chimney, and she's gonna hide there. I will roll. Okay. That is a 20.
Nice.
Nice!
Nice.
Is that a
Where'd
natural?
they
20?
go?
No, it's unnatural. I rolled an 11 plus 9.
Nice.
It's an unnatural 20,
Mhm.
the most cursed of 20s. Okay,
Oh,
Gumble,
don't
what
say
do you
that.
Gumble
Get out
and
of
Yistir, what do you do?
I try to make myself look pretty.
I'm gonna
Okay.
stand behind Gumble, and then I'm gonna try to make myself look bigger.
That's it, Easty. I pat
Okay.
you on the shoulder.
Okay, roll for performance, I guess. And then
Performance?
Yistir,
Oh
yeah, just to-
no!
and then Yistir roll for intimidation.
Oh,
okay.
I'll go on performance.
Do I-
Okay.
Yeah, just
Do I
for
see
like
the-
pretty
Okay.
yourself.
I'll take
See
intimidation.
this happening in front of me.
12.
Yes, it's happening in front of you.
15.
15. Gumble just pulls out the makeup kit.
A lady just lets out a huge sigh.
Okay, 12. Okay, you're not that intimidating, but still good. Gumble, you're freshen up. You put on your best makeup.
I asked Easty, do you think I should look more ashen or pale? Because if I look more ashen, I'd look more like them, right?
Mhm. I don't know what that means, but I suppose
gonna tap
Ashen looks nice.
Lada's gonna tap her
Pat, pat, pat,
earring.
pat, pat.
Lada's
Excuse
gonna
me,
tap her
Lady
earrings
Lois.
like, aren't they blue?
I
Oh.
approach the party. Excuse me. I don't mean to intrude, but I think it's best if you not pretend to be them.
That's right. Throws away powder.
Mhm.
Lada's gonna tap her earring. I think you should put on some like blue eyeshadow though, just to like add some spice, you know?
I'm confused now.
I'm gonna cough from all the powder.
I'm just gonna look pretty and let my looks do the talking.
Okay, with that, the first representative has appeared.
Scarier than combat.
Mhm. So who's the first representative?
The draw.
Oh god. Okay.
You see that he's being followed by a skittering noise of spiders.
Skeeter.
Oh,
Skeeter. Skeeter.
oh.
That's a lot of spiders. I say to myself.
You see them like just crawling everywhere. They're pretty big. About the size of a, you can say probably you can actually ride it. It's not bad.
Ride it.
I'm gonna tap my earring. So Yistir, Loiswyn, I'm not sure if we're gonna win against these anymore. I'm less
I don't want to
confident
look.
now.
Easy,
Okay.
easy, guys.
I'd rather ride the aphids.
Okay, with that,
Stairs back.
he approaches you with the swagger of a teenager. You humble me with your presence and your glittering town. Advice itself is like, yeah, yes. And she's like, Cliente, welcome to our town, James said. Like, what manner of business would you like to? It's like, Vice, you humble me with your words, but I have problems with the clan of Boris. It's like, let us wait when they come. It's like, yes, I do believe so. And then, of course, he looks at the people right next to Vice,